Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Josh. In this video we're going to be doing our reading for the star sign of Aquarius from today the 19th of October until the 31st of October. Now don't take too much notice of the time frame. If you're watching this outside of that time frame, that is okay too. You will come across this reading whenever it is meant for you. Remember as well, this is a very general reading, so for some of you this may resonate completely, for others you may only be able to take bits and pieces, and then there'll probably be a few of you that it doesn't resonate with at all, and that is perfectly fine. Is there anything else I want to say? That also I would say to check out your moon and ascendant signs. Check out, see them. They can hold more information. If you don't know what they are, you can get that by getting your birth chart. It'll have all that information. You can get that on Cafe Astrology for free. All you need is your time of birth, location of birth, and date of birth, and it'll give you all that information and loads of explanations. It's really informative and interesting. So with that, let's get started on your reading, Aquarius. See what we have for the star sign of Aquarius. I'm already noticing that there's definitely a difference in the energy than there has been so far with all the other readings I've done. I'm feeling like more serious about this, like like a more kind of a lighter tone, but also kind of a taking things seriously kind of a tone. Like there's no I don't know, I'm not feeling as giddy as I was with some of the other readings. Ace of Wands has come out first, so here we go. For some of you this could be about a moving house, going on a holiday, moving abroad, that kind of thing. Physical movement with wands. Wands is fire energy, so that could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy as well. We'll expand on it with our clarifiers. What else do we have for Aquarius? Oh, okay. This is proving very popular, this with all the readings lately. The Hermit. Okay. So time of maybe introspection, meditation, figuring out what you want, going on a journey of self-discovery, all that kind of vibe. Again, we'll see more with the clarifiers, but I am noticing with all of the star signs, not just Aquarius, that a lot of you are going through some sort of Eight of Cups or Hermit energy at the moment. Seems to be very popular with everyone. Okay, that was my own doing. Is there anything on here? Some of you may be coming up with a plan. Okay, I'm not keeping this out, but just in case it does apply to some of you may be either avoiding something or coming up with a plan about something, scheming or plotting. Okay, I feel for the most part with the Eight of Wands being with it, you're you're coming up with a plan on moving forward, a plan on how to move forward or whatever, how to remove any obstacles out of the way and just go flying forward. Some of you may be also planning a holiday abroad, overseas. Okay, put them back in. And now, can we have one more card for Aquarius? One more card for Aquarius, please. What messages do you have for Aquarius, Spirit? Oh, there we go. We have Hanged Man. Okay, the Hanged Man for me always reminds me of kind of like waiting for something. Like, hanging there in suspense. That's like always the way I look at this card. I'm always thinking it's like when you're waiting for something or waiting to find out about something maybe. Oh my god, and like I said a while ago, underneath the deck then the Eight of Cups. So for you Aquarius, there is definitely a strong vibe of a lot of you are taking a step back, reevaluating your circumstances, reevaluating what you want, where you want to go, who you want to be around, reevaluating your what's the word, your likes and dislikes. Definitely, especially with the Hermit being here, a lot of introspection, a lot of reevaluating your own personal kind of life and what you want to do for you, discovering yourself, that kind of thing. So let's clarify. I get the feeling that the Aquarius reading is not going to be as long as the rest. I'm just feeling like there's just not a whole pile there. We've got Temperance has just jumped out. Okay, so for some of you there's balancing out, some stuff, you know, you're trying to balance things, or maybe you're kind of yeah, trying to restore balance anyway. I definitely feel for a lot of you, okay, there's been a few hiccups lately, and you're just trying to figure it out and get it on a kind of even flow. Okay, clarify the Ace of Wands, please, for Aquarius. Clarify the Ace of Wands. Did something else flip there, or was it just the one? Okay, so, well, Six of Swords, and I think that's great to get for clarifying the Ace of Wands, because I think with that, then it means for those of you that do have a new beginning or that are moving, this is definitely about how this move is going to probably be good for you, whatever this move is, whether it's a moving of house, a moving of, you know, town, or whatever big kind of physical life change you're making at the moment is probably going to be very good for you, because the Six of Swords, for me, especially when it's with the Ace of Wands, is definitely about, I think, plain sailing, going forward, okay? Moving forward, moving on. And again, this could be about some of you going on a holiday, going overseas, okay? Or, again, some of you maybe actually moving overseas, you know? Take it how it fits. Okay, so let's see. Clarify the Hermit, please. Clarify the Hermit. Justice. Okay, and like, you know, we had our Temperance come out there a minute ago about balance and stuff. So now that we've got Justice coming up here in the middle, Justice could be Libra. Libra energy. Let's see. How we have here. Yeah. Okay, I feel like if there's any situations going on in your life, in order to, okay, but going again, linking with that Temperance card that had kind of made an appearance, I'm going to bring that in here. I feel like we've got a case of, in order for balance to be restored, for justice to be served, it is definitely a case of, you know, finding the answers within, going on that journey of self-discovery, doing what you need to do for you, setting boundaries, and, you know, finding that balance and that justice for yourself, okay? You know, you've really got to go for it on your own here. And it's not in an isolated way, it's in a solitude kind of way. And some of you maybe like solitude and isolation are the same thing, Josh. For me, I look at isolation more so and feeling like you've been outcasted by people, whereas solitude, I feel like it's more of a choice, okay? You're choosing to have some time on your own. You know, for me, that's what solitude is. And isolation then is when you've been kind of, you know, you're being shoved out in the cold. But I feel like this vibe is very much about choosing to kind of take a step back, choosing to, you know, be on your own for a while and look within in order to find justice for you and find what's going to make you happy and what's going to balance your life out and balance the situations out that are going on for you. The Hanged Man. Clarify the Hanged... Okay, right. First of all, we do not need all of those. Let's try that again. Clarify the Hanged Man. Oh, where'd she go? Oh, she's there. Okay, the two of them are here. We've got the High Priest and the Star came out to clarify the Hanged Man. So what I'm going to say here is I am sticking with the Hanged Man, for me, a lot of the time being about hanging in suspense, waiting on something, and, you know, oh, I'm really clumsy today. But yeah, so I feel like with these coming out, I think it's about, in order to get out of this Hanged Man energy, you know, to get your answers and not to be waiting in suspense or whatever's kind of holding you by the ankles, you know, you need to use your intuition, because you know the answer, you know what you need to do. So trust your gut, trust your intuition, you know, maybe do some meditation to, you know, fine tune your intuition. Keep the hope, keep the faith, because, you know, you will get out of this energy. You're not going to be feeling like you're kind of in limbo. You're not going to feel like you're dangling there forever. Sometimes, a lot of time with the Hanged Man, you know, it can be a case of, like, realistically, I know in this deck it looks like someone tied him up there. But, like, if we were to look at it in the classical Rider-Waite deck, he looks like he's in a position he could have only got himself in. So, maybe some of you got yourself in this position. So that's why you know how to get out of it, because you got yourself there. So you just need to keep the hope and keep the faith, and, you know, you will get out. For others of you then, if it is a case of someone else kind of got you into this position, again, it's the same principle here. You know what to do. You know what steps need to be taken. So keep the faith and take those steps and you'll get out of this. energy. Okay, I'm feeling like, yeah, no, there's definitely I don't know, is it just an energy today full stop for the day that's in it, or is it your actual reading? But I'm not getting as much information today, or feeling quite as giddy about it. You know, there's not as much flowing in. It's very to the point and short and basic. Okay, at the moment, yeah, strange. Underneath here we have the Five of Wands. So if we were to link this up with our Eight of Cups underneath the other deck, I would say maybe the reason that you might be taking a step back at the moment, the reason you might be taking a step back at the moment could be because there's a lot of conflict going on, or you feel like nobody's listening to you, so you might as well take a step back and figure it out for yourself because nobody else is listening. They're all just kind of like, if everyone may stop and chill out for a second, then they may hear you and then they may be able to help. But you're kind of feeling like nobody's wanting to listen, nobody's wanting to chill out, you know, so you're just like, you know what, you know, my cups are still going to be there when I get back, so I'm just going to take a step back and figure this out for myself because nobody's bloody listening, you know. And then that would also make sense with our Hermit energy, because for me as a reader, the Hermit and the Eight of Cups are very similar. That's just my opinion. I don't know if that's what a lot of people think, but yeah, so overall gist here, definitely some sort of change coming, some sort of new beginning. It'll be good for you. It'll be kind of, you know, if you take that if you take this opportunity, I feel like there'll be a lot of plain sailing forward again with this Ace of Wands and this. It could also be planning a holiday, going on a holiday soon, or again, like I said, moving overseas. But it could even just be, you know, moving from town to town as well. The Hermit, yeah, going inside for answers again, just like I said, kind of for the Eight of Cups, going within for answers, and trying to figure out how you can balance things out for yourself and how justice can be served for you and all involved. Hanged Man, like I said, trusting your intuition to get out of this situation. It may be a situation you got yourself into, so you're going to have to use your intuition to get out of it. Or it may be a situation that someone else got you into, but you still know how to get out. So, you know, stop wasting time and really listen to your intuition and get yourself out of that situation. Keep the faith, keep the hope, because you are going to get out of this energy, okay? You've just got to trust your gut, trust your intuition. Very, very straightforward cards coming out for you, Aquarius. I feel like this is a lot of just, you know, looking within and taking a step back and just moving forward using your intuition more than anything. You know, and I swear, I could swear nearly every single star sign reading I've done so far, and this is the 11th one, so I've only got one more to do after this, and I swear every single star sign so far has had some sort of Hermit or Eight of Cups energy. Every single star sign seems to be doing some sort of inner work or looking within at the moment. Or, yeah, it's madness, everyone's doing it at the same time. I suppose it's a good time to be doing it as well, I suppose, because with Mercury retrograde starting at the end of the month. So also I would like to say that could be what that is about. Maybe you're not doing this introspection or looking inside yet for answers and stuff like that and figuring some personal stuff out, but maybe it's a case of when Mercury retrograde starts at the end of the month, it's going to trigger some things that are going to require you to go into kind of a hermit mode and face them. You know, it could be that as well. Mercury retrograde can bring some shit up for people. So archangels, what messages or guidance do you have for Aquarius? What messages or guidance do you have for Aquarius, archangels? Take back your power. Okay. What else? Spread your wings. Okay, so I'm gonna draw the last one and then I'll go over the three of them at once. And you are safe. Okay, so taking back your power, underneath we have victory. Let's see. So taking back your power, and that is definitely taking control of this situation, whatever opportunity is that's coming up. I feel like taking back your power is a case of making sure that you take control of the situation so that it is definitely plain sailing going forward. Whatever's going on, make sure that you know, that not that you're in control in like a controlling way, but that you've just got it under wraps at least, okay? And make sure that you're not giving away your energy and time too freely to anyone who's, you know, kind of leeching. Like, make sure you're not giving too freely, like you're not drawing energy vampires on yourself, kind of a thing, okay? But that is the only thing I would say in regards to this. I feel like it is more so making sure that, you know, you tie up any loose ends and you take back control so that you can, you know, embrace this opportunity and move forward you know, plain sailing and move forward smoothly. And the only other thing I would say about it is be careful of toxic people and energy vampires, okay, Aquarius? Okay. With the Hermit and Justice and spread your wings, okay. Again, I'm sticking with the Hermit and Justice being kind of like, you know, you're doing a lot of inner work and right now or you will be, in order for justice to be served, or you're doing it because you feel like, maybe you feel like you did something wrong and you're going inside to be like, you know, to try and figure out how you can rectify the situation. Or someone could have done wrong to you and you're just going within to try and, you know, process it yourself and work through it, okay? Spread your wings though, you know, don't stay, feel like this could be about maybe don't stay in hermit mode for too long, because, you know, justice will be served, so there's no need to worry. Again, Libra energy here with the Justice card. But there is no need to worry, so don't stay in hermit mode too long. You are capable, you've got this. So when the time feels right, make sure you emerge from the cocoon of being in hermit mode and fly off like the beautiful little butterfly, okay? That is what I'm going to say with that. You are safe. I feel like this is nice to have some reassurance, you know, with this Hanged Man energy that you may end up facing or could be facing now. If you are feeling kind of stuck and kind of like something's, you know, got you by the ankles and like you're just kind of waiting and waiting and waiting, whether you know what it is you're waiting for or you just kind of like unclear, that is fine. But I feel like it's just letting you know that you're safe while you're waiting. Don't worry, you know, intuitively you know what to do. Keep the faith. Archangel Michael's protecting you, okay? Oh, and of course, yes, exactly. Another reason, you know, with the star, another reason to keep the faith is because underneath victory. So, like, you know, you will get out of that energy. Whatever you're waiting on to come true, it'll come true. You know, so don't worry too much. Don't get stressed. Don't let it take over your brain. Just go with the flow and trust your intuition. Now let's see what we have here with the Healing with the Angels cards. Yeah, there's a much lighter energy about this reading though. I feel like, yeah, it's definitely not as heavy as some of the other readings have been, Aquarius. So that is good for you. Or for the most of you anyway. And there is a bit of, some of you are feeling a bit down, I feel. I don't know what that's about, but don't worry. Like we said here, you've got your victory, it will be okay, so don't overthink it, you know, don't put yourself down too much or anything like that. Just go with the flow and be true to you, okay, Aquarius? Oh, that's too many. So, Healing with the Angels, Archangel Raphael and Healing Angels, can I? Okay, support, balance, okay, yeah, there we go, we've got balance coming out in the same row as Justice. One more card, please. And they give me two, so we're not taking. Oh wait, yeah, no, we are, because it does. Yeah, well, some of them might make sense to you, but I'm really feeling that one especially. That is the way that's going to go. Okay, so support. Okay, first of all, I feel like whatever this big change is or whatever this opportunity is that's coming up that, you know, should be plain sailing for it if you do take it. Maybe one of the reasons it's going to be so plain sailing is because you've got a good support system. You've got good friends and you've got good family, okay, that will help you with this, with this opportunity or this move, you know, going forward, okay? So if they're not offering, don't be afraid to ask, because you probably know yourself who, you know, who would be supportive for you and who can help you with this. And also make sure you're supporting yourself. Don't be giving your power away too freely. Like I said, when it comes to that, make sure you're supporting yourself. Make sure you have enough power, like in your own, you know, make sure your own energy levels and your cup is full before you start giving it all away. You know, make sure that you have enough for yourself. Make sure you're supporting yourself. Make sure to take back your power if you've given it away too freely, okay? It's important to support ourselves as well as to be supported and support others. Here again we have balance, which we might as well, you know, I'd either consider this as good as getting the Temperance card or as good as getting another Justice card, okay? But yeah, what I would say here is, again, you've got to find some balance here. Maybe that's why you're going into hermit mode, to look for a way to balance the different areas of your life. But gotta focus on finding that balance, Aquarius. Let's see if there's anything here that I can look at to see where yeah, I'm not 100% sure what it is you're supposed to be balancing right now. Maybe here we've got study and blessings, so maybe for some of you you need to balance your, you know, your studying with your social life and with your work life, or whatever, you know, whatever way the shoe fits. Maybe it's about finding balance between doing enough study and doing enough socializing and doing enough self-care and, you know, that kind of thing for some of you. Others, it could be genuine, maybe you're just feeling a bit out of balance. And if you are feeling out of balance, you know, energetically or anything like that, then maybe you should, you know, go get a healing, you know, like a Reiki healing, or if you're feeling, you know, unbalanced, you know, medically speaking, maybe, you know, you should get a checkup with your GP or something, you know. But you need to find some ways to bring about balance. But I feel like this is also saying here, now I've just spotted this, the way this is saying, I feel like this is like, that's how you'll find your balance, by looking within. By looking within for the answers, by looking within, you will, you know, your justice will be served and balance will be found. But it's all within you, Aquarius, okay? It's all inside. So meditation, you know, journeying into the self, journaling also is good. So a lot of deep kind of discovery going on for you, Aquarius. And I actually feel like, even though your reading doesn't feel quite as, you know, intense and full of information as I found the other ones did, I do feel like yours is one of the most intense when it comes to the inner journey. When it comes to the hermit, I feel like you're the ones that are really, really going to go within. You're Aquarius, you're the ones that are really needing this time of introspection, maybe even more than all the other signs. I know the energy around this reading may not be heavy, but maybe that's why everything is coming through so clear for me, because it's literally that, not simple in the sense that, you know, introspection's not easy, healing's not easy, you know, it's it can be a messy road, but like maybe that's why the reading is coming through so clearly, just because it's that straightforward, you know, that is what needs to be done, and that's maybe what a lot of you are already doing. I do feel like, again, linking it up though, if we're going to be on about this hangman energy, waiting for progress, maybe waiting for answers, waiting to, you know, get out of this energy of feeling stuck, maybe for some of you. Again, blessings, so I would combine that up with the star, you know, keeping the faith, because your blessings are coming. Maybe that's what you've been waiting for. Maybe you feel like, you know, for some of you, maybe you're doing all of the work already and you're like, okay, here I am waiting for things to get better. Why aren't they feeling better? But don't worry, keep the faith and keep doing what you're doing, because your blessings are coming. And for those of you who may have not started your hermit phase yet, or only going into it, then don't worry if you do start to feel like you're not seeing results, or if you do start to feel like you're kind of stuck, or, you know, in suspense or something, because if you just keep the faith and keep doing what you're doing and putting in the work, your blessings will come. Okay, Aquarius? And like, this is going to be a really good time for you to trust your intuition and for you to work on developing your intuition even further, okay, that as well. Yeah, okay, underneath here we have forgiveness. I don't know what's going on for some of you, Aquarius, but you need to forgive yourself. That's the first thing that came into my head. So maybe for some of you, whatever this thing is you're finding justice for, maybe you could have been in the wrong and you're kind of beating yourself up about it. But don't worry, we all make mistakes, we're only human. Stop beating yourself up, forgive yourself, okay? And if there's anyone else who's done you wrong and that's what you're looking for justice about, try your best to forgive them. And that doesn't mean you're okay with what they did, but you're just not going to let it, you know, hang over you. You're just going to like let it go and not hold a grudge for your own sake, so that you're not holding on to that negative energy, okay? I feel like checking what's underneath it. Celebration is underneath that. So I feel like, you know, once you have forgived either yourself or the other person and released it and healed from it, you're going to be that also, you're going to be that step closer to celebrating your blessings, maybe. Maybe that's a big part of what you need to discover on the inside, forgiveness, whether it's for yourself or others, I don't know. Now, onto our last part. Oh, I nearly dropped half the deck. Onto our last part of the reading, Aquarius. We have Archangel Michael now. I'm going to get see what messages or guidance he has for you, Aquarius. So, what messages or guidance, Archangel Michael, do you have for Aquarius? What messages or guidance do you have for Aquarius, Archangel Michael? see. What message? Oh, well, no, that was me being... Okay, right, I am going to show you that because I feel like this is definitely going to apply for some of you, especially in regard to the forgiveness and the having a victory. And if some of you are in this hanged man energy and you're worrying about it or anything like that, situation is already resolved. So whatever it is that you're worrying about or that you feel you need forgiveness for, you know, it's fine. You know, forgive yourself or forgive the other person, because whatever the situation is, it's as good as done. It's already resolved in the higher scheme of things, okay? Anyway, Archangel Michael, what messages do you have for Aquarius? I feel like this reading may be for a very select few. Very select few of you. But as long as it even reaches one person, that it is... Maybe it is only meant for one person, you know, who knows. But as long as it even just helps one person, then I'm happy. So... let's see, what messages, Archangel Michael, do you have for Aquarius? What messages do you have for Aquarius? God is in charge, okay? So give your, whatever your beliefs, whether, you know, God, spirit, universe, whatever way you want to look at it, there's ultimately a higher power. So give your cares and worries to God, to the angels, to spirit, okay, to the universe. You know, you worrying about them is not going to make a difference in your life apart from make you more stressed and, you know, putting more on your plate and feeling down and out, okay? So give your worries to God, because, you know, divine timing is in play anyway. So things are going to happen when they're meant to, how they're meant to, okay? All you can do is make the best decisions for you and the people, you know, the people you care about, and for what's for the highest good, okay? So, what else do we have here? I got a glimpse of the Eternal Love card, so I feel like some of you are thinking about the love life at the moment. This isn't a love reading, but I feel like maybe some of you, you know, some of you could be going into this hermit phase because of a breakup, maybe, or something like that. You know, maybe that's what maybe that's why you had to move or move forward, or that's what you're moving forward away from, you know, and taking back your power from it for some of you. So maybe that's what you're kind of going into, to work through that and heal from that. But I do feel that there could also be a vibe of, with it being the word eternal love, that it could be a vibe of, if some of you are going through some ups and downs in the love life, remember, take this as it fits. It's not going to be for everyone. For those of you that are, once you have done the inner work when it comes to that relationship, balance might be restored and justice will be served, okay? So it might not be the end, but again, that is not going to be for everyone. So take it as it fits. What else do we have, Archangel Michael? Me there getting all ready to have a sing-song. The person you're asking about is trustworthy. So maybe that could be in regards to what I just said to do with love life. It could be to do with, you know, maybe you're kind of wanting to forgive someone and you're not sure if you can or if they deserve a second chance, and maybe this is saying they do, or at least that they're worth forgiveness, okay? Or if there's just someone you've been looking for a sign about recently, maybe this is your sign that they are trustworthy and that they are okay, all right? I'm going to ask for one more. Oh. Honor and trust your feelings, okay, Aquarius? Honor and trust your feelings. And here again, the High Priestess, also intuition. You know, you might be getting intuitive messages through your feelings, you know? So keep an eye on your feelings and how they, you know, where they're coming from and that kind of thing, because some of them may be guidance from your higher self, okay? But honor and trust them. Do what you feel is right and what's best for your feelings and how you feel and what you need to do to process and work through it all. Prayer will help this situation is underneath. So like I said, you know, give all your worries to God and the angels so that you can, you know, so that you can move forward with your life and just not have less worries, you know. Simply give your worries to God and the angels so that you don't have to deal with them. Do it. But yeah, okay. I feel like that is it. That all came very, that flew. That went very quick, I feel. Yeah, I do think this reading didn't have quite as much information as some of the other star signs, but I do think it was very straight to the point. And maybe whoever needs to hear that, I hope it helps, and I hope you got some guidance there on whatever situation it is or whatever circumstances you're in at the moment. So with that said, thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment if you'd like to, and subscribe to my channel. And I'm looking forward to the next time I do your reading, Aquarius. Hopefully we'll have some movement forward, and it'll be a bit different. Hopefully we'll get more information for you in the next reading that we do for you, Aquarius. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Again, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. So much love, light, and blessings to all of you. And until the next time, peace out, Aquarius.